last time you played Tulsa, you handled them pretty good, but they're, I guess, playing a lot better now?
Tulsa's a different team than the first time we played them. I don't know if it's 8 out of 10 or whatever. They've won 2 losses being at Temple in overtime and at UConn by 2 with a win at SMU. They're playing like they have 6 or 8 seniors, and they want to make the NCAA tournament. So it jumps off the old iPad when you're watching them, how desperate they are to try to win every game. Their competitiveness is extremely impressive watching them. And they got great speed and quickness, so when they play with that kind of energy, that's where they're such a problem, because they just got great athletes. Quick to the ball, quick down the floor. I mean, they're the fastest, most athletic team in our league. Our size has got to be a factor in the game. And we need to make sure our guys erase the memory of the last game, because it'll have absolutely nothing to do with Thursday night.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. I mean, it just doesn't matter. Thursday, they're playing extremely well, and the biggest difference strategically is for Tulsa's Pat Burt is averaging 20 a game in their last 5 games, shooting over 52% from 3 and from the field. So he's playing as good as anybody in our league right now.
Before you completely wipe out that last game from their minds, one thing you guys did do was that was the game after Temple, and you were happier with their activity with the deflection.
No, we played extremely hard.
Yeah.
Tulsa missed some open shots, and Farad made every shot. Obviously, I've seen that tape a lot in the last few days, so that's why none of that matters Thursday night, though. None of it. Absolutely none of it. So we're playing a much improved Tulsa team in a game that both teams desperately need to win. So we're going to have to be at our best.
They don't have necessarily great size inside, but they have one of the better 2-point field goal defenses in the country. What do they do to make it tough, in spite of not having a shot blocker or a rim protector?
They use their quickness, they use their speed. They double and triple team guys in the low post at times, and they're a very athletic team. But last year they double teamed us a lot in the low post. This year, Farad made every shot to start the game, so I think that kind of blew that out of the water. And they were really never able to. That's why they were never able to even get organized. We hit them so hard so early. That's why I think it's an irrelevant. Really an irrelevant game as far as strategy, unless we come out and make every shot again.
How hard is it to convince a team the second time around that it won't be as easy as the first time around?
Well, you'd hope the guys are mature enough to understand how well they're playing as we show them film, the more we talk to them, which we haven't done a lot of yet because it's Tuesday. We don't play till Thursday. We were off Sunday and spent Monday worrying about the Bearcats, trying to get us better. So, I would hope that our guys are well aware that Tulsa needs to win as much as we do, and they're playing really well.
If they're a better team than they were then, I assume you are too.
You would hope so.
How do you think you've improved since then?
Well, numbers-wise, we're a lot better in a lot of areas. With multiple guys in double figures, guys' rebounds are up. Our points per game are up. But all that stuff doesn't matter Thursday. I've coached in a lot of these games in my career, especially in the Big East. It's going to be World War III Thursday night. Frank Hake's going to tell his team how physical we are, how hard we play, how we outmanned them in early January, and they'll be ready for what the things that we're good at. So, that being said, I still think we're striving for consistency of production from our main characters. Trying to get those guys, the 4 guys that average double figures, to make sure they all play well on the same night. I think that's going to be the biggest key.
How is Shaq doing?
He has not practiced. I've shut him down, so we'll see how he does in the next few days.
There's a possibility he could play on Thursday, but that's To be determined.
There's a possibility a lot of things could happen before Thursday.
Coach, is this team playing where you'd like them to be as you come down the home stretch?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that. I believe you're only as good as your record, and you're only as good as you play in your next game. So we'll see Thursday night. We'll see if we're able to meet the challenge of a team that's got 8 seniors and is trying to make the NCAA tournament, playing in their home gym in a must-win game. So it's going to be a great opportunity. I told the guys this is why you came here, hopefully to play in meaningful games with NCAA tournament implications. Because some of our earlier tough losses, we're in a similar situation. So you could conceivably play well Thursday night and lose.
How is your team being motivated by trying to get into the tournament?
Same way, same as everybody. We're no different than anybody else. Our kids obviously want to be playing in the big dance in March. There's no doubt about that. I try to keep them focused on playing well, though. That's the key. As I alluded to earlier, though, I think the big key for us is going to be our main guys are going to have to all play well together to win quality games. We're not going to be able to have 2 guys play well and 2 guys disappear. We're going to have to get production from everybody to go 2-0 this week.
How much do you see Troy stepping up as a leader? Running the show.
Troy's given us great leadership all year. His attitude's been great all year. I'm interested in his production. So I tell him Thursday night, we're going to win if guys pull on the jersey and go perform and outplay the guys that pull on the Tulsa jersey. And that's really what it boils down to. This late in the year, you kind of become who you are as a team. So just this time of year, trying to stay fresh, fine-tune the car and get them ready for game time, and making sure your guys are fresh on game night.
Are you guys emphasizing that you guys can't lose any more games?
We don't talk about stuff like that. No, that's for the media. We do not talk about RPI, BPI, any of the above. We talk about our mental state is all, making sure we control what we can control, and winning Thursday, because then you got to win Saturday. Then you got to win the next Saturday. So, you can't say that every game, one game you have to win or your season's over, because it's not.
Do you see a change in that mindset? You've been around enough when it comes to close to March. You see the mental side of things. Have you seen a change in these guys' mindset?
Our guys have been great all year, KB. The guys been great all year. We just, if we'd have made Memphis game, we shoot a layup, we lose 5 games by 2 points. So you're sitting here at 24-2, real easy. Guys been great all year. We just, we played some tough teams and didn't get over the hump in some certain situations. Didn't deal with having to travel when Memphis got to stay at home and play at 11 in the morning. Obviously I believe if that game was played later in the day, we'd have won. But it is what it is. We're just going to keep fighting through it. But I think sometimes people can overjudge things based on the result. If you look at our team, this year, points per game's up, guys' production's up. We're a much better team. So our league's better, our schedule's tougher. We've had some tough losses. So, but that builds character. So we'll see down the stretch here. But the guys have been great all year, really. They really have. And the last thing I think as a coach, you don't want to put your team under undue pressure of talking about, the guy. They already know. I mean, they know the situation. So you got to get them focused on execution, staying together and execution, especially to staying together piece on the road in a hostile environment where every time the other team scores, the crowd's going to go nuts. You got to continue to defend and hang in there, take care of the basketball, give yourself a chance to win the game. So you just try to talk about those things, keep them focused on those things. The smaller picture is much more easier to deal with for the athlete than getting confused with the big picture.